everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Seahawks are top 10 in turnover differential. They'll be up against the Panthers team looking to avoid a costly mistake. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, his first carry, he loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day at camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Play action. It's Newton. Finding time. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second and 10. Newton again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Newton on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And now another one thrown incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, That's over with, because now when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man-to-man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense. Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pick.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They got the ball to the outer 3rd of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you... Oh, this is blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Third and long. It's Wilson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out.
And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
On second down, Wilson looking for someone to throw to. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's third and 6. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On third down, Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 92 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Encroachment defense. Automatic first down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Hey.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete, right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. So now it's 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he knocks it through. That makes it a 5-point ball game. It's 15-10 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They fake the give. Newton. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickup.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Here comes Grant on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be first down Panthers.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And the wideout in motion. On first down, Newton eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. From the red zone now, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And Parkey's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Panthers with the ball, end of the first. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught, and he'll be tackled at the 26-yard line. Panthers still on the field. Over the middle, Newton will complete the pass, and he caps the drive with the score. That takes the lead up to 9.
And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Play action. Now Wilson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 23 yards on the play.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
That boy's got four down. Mike is 59.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. And this is going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
First and goal here from the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. On third and goal, Wilson escapes the sack. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Disastrous outcome there on third and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold down to the football.
It's caught outright by Graham. They got 29 yards there, and it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. And to give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find.
And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers. But those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's go! What? None! What? None! Black round!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people's bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Benjamin with it over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd, 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the 2nd level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Here we go. Ohio.
Back to throw again. That's caught at the 1. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
but it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw on second down is Newton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. And he motions the wide receiver. Third and long, it's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dominique Easley in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. And that is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. And they dug down last drive on fourth down, got the stop on their side of the field. You play defense, Charles. How huge is that on this drive?
Can't even really quantify it because you're talking about field position, momentum, that element of feeling like we're the tougher team, because when you stop someone on fourth down, in a sense you're imposing your will on the other team, and that's exactly what they did, and that should permeate through the rest of the ball club.
Yeah, now who will impose their will on this drive? On the left side, it's McDonald. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the interception by the Seahawks. D leads to a touchdown. And he knocks it through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25.
Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. In motion left is Watkins. In motion right is Watkins. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They come out here in the eye. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire.